Did you know that sowing into the kingdom of God is the key to unlocking an abundance that goes beyond what you can imagine? Many of us hear about the power of seeding, but few people truly understand the profound impact it has on our financial and spiritual lives. And the most interesting thing, you can start this process now, even if your resources seem limited. If you have been wondering if there is a way to transform your financial reality with God's help, the answer lies in something simple but powerful: sowing. And before you think you need to have a lot of money to sow, I have good news for you. God is not interested in quantity, but in the quality of your heart when sowing. In the Bible, in 2 Corinthians 9:6, it is clear that whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. The secret is to sow with faith and purpose. And this sowing doesn't just involve money. It can be your time, your effort, your prayers. All of this is placed before God as an offering of faith. Now perhaps you are thinking, "King, I don't have much to sow." I understand you. Sometimes it feels like we're at financial rock bottom, and how can we sow in a place where we can barely see what's ahead? But this is precisely where the principle of faith comes in. God looks at your heart and not at the amount of resources you have. Look at the story of the poor widow Jesus observed in the temple. She put in 2 small coins, but what Jesus saw was her faith and her sacrifice. She sowed little in value, but much in faith, and her harvest was great in the eyes of God. And here's the secret: sowing seeds in God's kingdom doesn't depend on how much you have, but on how willing you are to trust Him. The action of sowing is an act of surrender, a recognition that everything we have is His, and He, in His faithfulness, reciprocates in often unexpected ways. You can't see the future, but God does, and He honors your obedience. Now, when you sow, whether financially or through your actions, your prayers, your willingness to help, you are fulfilling a spiritual law that guarantees an abundant harvest. This harvest can come in many forms: financial prosperity, opportunities that arise, inner peace, a new direction in your life. God is faithful to fulfill His promises. Here's a powerful key to your seeding process. Start small, but start with faith. Don't wait for abundance to start. Don't expect to have a lot of money, a lot of time, or a lot of talent. God is not waiting for your big offer. He is waiting for your willing heart. Remember the widow and her small contribution, which in God's eyes was great. The quantity doesn't matter. What matters is your willingness to trust. So what's your next step? If you want to see your financial and spiritual life prosper, start sowing. And sowing is not just about the financial aspect. You can sow time, you can sow prayers, you can sow good deeds. What you sow with faith, God will multiply. I know life can seem difficult sometimes. It seems like there's never enough money, or that things don't move forward. But the truth is, when you put God at the center of your sowing, things begin to change. Sometimes in ways you can't see right away, but over time, the blessings begin to overflow. Therefore, if you want to start seeing the abundance of God in your life, sow with faith. Don't wait to have more. Start with what you have. And as you do this, trust God's plan for you. He is faithful and will honor your sowing. And speaking of which, if you want more tips like this on how to sow and prosper in the kingdom of God, enjoy and subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and leave a like below. This will help me continue to bring you more valuable content. Remember, by subscribing and liking, you are connecting with the blessing of abundance as you are taking a step of faith, just like the steps we are sharing here. So, to conclude, remember, sowing is an act of faith. Don't underestimate the power of a small step with a big heart. And if you follow this principle, I'm sure you'll see incredible changes in your financial and spiritual life. Keep sowing, keep trusting, and keep believing in God's promises.